Hello everyone, I hope you're having a blessed and beautiful day today. I wanted to come on just really quick because I was watching, it's kind of like a relaxing walker, but he's kind of like a tour guide in Israel, and I was so shocked because I don't know how you can be a Jew or live in Israel and not know or know of the temple, the third temple, or the Temple Institute. He was going around and he was asking different people that lived in Israel and Jews if they knew if there was going to be a third temple and when it was going to be built, and if they had ever heard of the Temple Institute. And every single person he asked, he probably asked about 10 people, every single person he asked, they had never heard of it. They had never heard of the third temple being built. They had never heard of the Temple Institute. They didn't know that there was going to be a third temple. How can you be a Jew and not know of a third temple being built? Now, I thought that was very fascinating. But something kind of hit me when I watched that. How the Bible talks about the generation shall not pass before all of these things happen. Now, the people he was asking were the younger generation. Of course, he wasn't asking, people my age or older. He was asking younger kids, probably, I don't know, the younger generation. So it reminds me of that Bible verse where it talks about this generation shall not pass until all of these things. Now, the generation is the generation from the 1948 up until, and my generation, again, I think is, I don't want to say dying off, but it's the generation after me. They either don't know or don't pay attention or what. I don't know. I don't know how you can live in Israel, like I said, and have the what's that thing called on their head? Be a Jew and not know of the temple. I don't know how that's even possible. I was sitting there watching it, and he was talking to these people, and they're like, I have no idea. I've never heard of a third temple being built in Israel. I didn't know that we were going to build a third temple. I'd have never heard of the Temple Institute. I've never, I even saw when he said, well, if the temple is supposed to be built, it's going to be a symbolic temple that God is going to put in our hearts or something like that. So he didn't even believe that it was going to be a physical temple. But I want to, I'm sorry, I have something in my eye, of course, right? It's just bugging me. I think it's one of my hairs. Anyways, sorry. But I wanted to just kind of briefly talk about that and how, even people from across the pond, we've heard of that. And I don't know if it's because we're believers and, that kind of goes with the territory. But even Jews that don't live but then again, like I said, the Jews that live abroad and are like here in America, of course they know that there's going to be a temple. Of course they know that they're going to go and travel to sacrifices at the temple, and they may not choose to go live in Israel, but I'm sure that they are going to go return for Passover sacrifices and whatever. But the generation that has seen all of these things happen, I want to say like 70s, 80s. 80s is probably the cutoff, I would think. because 90s and above babies, they don't tend to know these things. They don't tend to, I don't know. I mean, I just think that the generation is passing. They either don't care, don't want to know, don't care to know. They don't educate themselves, or they can be like some people in my family even, or just like let it ride out and it's gonna do what it's gonna do, and God will come when he comes, and everything's just gonna play out, and just, you know, let it go, let it kind of ride the wave as it comes. And they don't really pay attention to what's happening, nor do they want to know what's happening. They just kind of feel like, just ride the wave, just wherever it's gonna go, it's gonna go. You know, which is really sad, because prophecy is, and I'm trying to encourage my oldest son in prophecy now that he just turned 13. So, and he has something, I'm going to read it for you guys. It's so precious to me. I have to do some grammatical error type stuff in there so that I can read it for you guys, but he wants me to read it for you guys. So he's prepared what he called a book, and it's like 4 chapters or whatever, and it's not long. It's like, it'll take me maybe 15 minutes to read it, but I told him I would, so I will probably do that later. I have to kind of read through it and kind of, I think he went with his thoughts, and he didn't punctuate and capitalize and all that stuff. Not really punctuation that I'm worried about, but like run on, like it keeps running on. And I think he was just writing all of his thoughts out so he wouldn't forget, and he forgot to to end the sentence. So I'm gonna have to do that so I can read it for you guys, so it doesn't sound like it's just running on and on and on. But anyways, but I'm trying to encourage him to get into prophecy, because I think there's such a blessing in it. And those people that are scared, which I used to be, so I totally understand why somebody would be afraid of prophecy. I totally get it, because that used to be me, until the Holy Spirit put it in my heart to start studying prophecy. And once I did that, once I opened my heart and my mind to it, it was such a blessing to me. And I find that that's what I go to when I am weary, and when I'm, you know, kind of like, okay, when is this going to happen? You know, I find that it is such a blessing to my heart. And so I'm trying to show Maverick how, about prophecy and where to look, and he's getting really interested in it, and he's getting really excited about it. I'm kind of showing him the different Bible verses of what's happening, and kind of encouraging him to read Revelation and kind of piece together things from the Bible. So, yeah, so I just, I thought that was interesting. I wanted to come on here and share with you guys really quick. I know it's, you know, not that long, but I wanted to show you guys. Also, totally all over the place, but I don't know if you saw my community post, but I might come on and read that too. I'm not sure, but I don't know if you saw my community post about Donald Trump's new Bible. I mean, that's a bold thing anyways, and for him to be bold enough, and I'll read it for you, but for him to be bold enough to put quotes of himself in this Bible, and then expect evangelicals, and he's like selling this thing, like, and I don't mean selling it like in the store selling it, I mean like he's up like at his rallies and stuff trying to sell this thing, and he's telling people that they need to buy it, and it's got the Constitution, and it's got the Pledge of Allegiance in there, and it's got all this stuff, as if the Bible and Jesus commingles with American politics. And it's kind of frustrating to me, because people don't get it, and they still don't see it, and they still support it, and I'm getting fired up about it. So I might come on here and read it for you guys. I was so stunned about it, and the guy that I'm going to read about, I'm like applauding him, because he's saying that these pastors that are using that Bible in their congregation need to realize what hypocrisy and blasphemy it is to use that Trump Bible in their congregation. And it's so sad that these evangelical believers are continuing on with this whole thing, and reading it and not really paying attention to why are we putting politics in the Bible. Okay, the Bible turned from all about Jesus to all about Trump. Okay, all about the Constitution, all about his words of encouragement when he was, his best lines or whatever. I find it sickening, and I find it just heretical, and I can't believe that people are actually buying this junk and encouraging people to do it, and encouraging people to buy one, and churches are actually using it. But it shouldn't surprise me because of the times that we are in. It shouldn't surprise me, but anyways, I'll do that next, because that's a whole different subject, but I'll read it for you. I'll read the article for you, because I don't think I posted the article in my community tab. So, but anyways, guys, just a quick one today. I just wanted to share that with you guys, how there's actually Jews in Israel, people that live in Israel that have no idea that there's going to be a third temple. I don't know how. Don't ask me how. I don't know, but maybe they'll be the ones that see it happening and, follow the beast and, figure that this is a good thing and that God is finally here. Hashem is finally arrived. And guys, we're at the end. That's all I have to say. We're at the end of the end. So anyways, guys, say hi to Coconut. There she is. We went bye-bye. Okay, so we're still in the car. So anyways, I will talk to you later, guys. I love you. Have a wonderful, blessed, and beautiful day. Bye.